Hello, I'm Bernard Hickey from interest.co.nz and welcome to 90 at 9, brought to you in association with ASB. This is your morning briefing where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, starting now with news. The New Zealand dollar hit 73.8 US cents overnight, slightly lower right now. Partly this is because of the Reserve Bank of Australia surprising many by hiking its official cash rate to 3.25% late yesterday. Australia is the first country in the G20 to increase its interest rates since the global financial crisis. This has pushed up the value of the Australian dollar and we've followed along. Also good news for the New Zealand dollar, of course, if you're an importer, not so much if you're an exporter, is that Fonterra has announced the results of its latest auction less than a couple of hours ago. That shows that the auction price rose 5.7% this month. We're now 65% up from the lows in July. In US dollar terms, obviously the New Zealand dollar has strengthened over that time as well. Also a record high versus the pound for the New Zealand dollar, up to 46.3 British pence. That's a post-float high, the highest since 1985. The US dollar though is very weak, and that's part of the reason for the strength in the New Zealand dollar. Gold actually rose to $1,040 an ounce. There is renewed talk that the Chinese, Saudis, the Russians and French will look to use gold to buy oil instead of the US dollar. That's bad for the US dollar's status as a reserve currency. The story has been denied, but it's really set the cat amongst the pigeons. And finally at home, more bankruptcies in the property development community. Jamie Peters, a relation of Winston Peters, has been declared bankrupt. He was responsible for many of the Gulf Harbour developments. Bank of Scotland International was the culprit there in putting him into bankruptcy. And Jonathan Mathias, a lawyer who advised people to go into blue chip, was made bankrupt yesterday. I'm Bernard Hickey. That was 90 at 9, brought to you in association with ASB.